Western Joey's and Bannockburn quarter time. It is Western Joey's 2-2-14. They lead Bannockburn yet to score. We've just had a bit of word from some esteemed people out here that the wind is worth 2 or 3 goals possibly to the southern end. The end of Bannockburn will be kicking 2 in the second quarter, Welshie.
Yes, it's the esteemed president of the GWCFC let us in on that one, and he said it's worth more than a couple of goals. And it's picking up at the moment. You see the trees rustling over the back there, so hopefully it...
we'll see how it goes in the second quarter for the Tigers.
Yeah, well, we'll just see the carry on the ball. There was a little bit of extra carry on the ball that quarter, so we'll just see if it has picked up and see if the Bannockburn boys can get themselves back into the game.
I suppose the other thing, they've just got to get hold of it a bit, don't they, Welshie? They really didn't have a lot of the footy early.
No, they defended pretty stoutly at times, but they did break through a couple of times.
Start the second term, 2-2-14, Western Joey's. The lead Bannockburn yet to score. Carroll's been moved into the ruck. Well, he goes up pretty indiscriminately too in the ruck, but there is a good kick. First inside defensive 50. Abasusian comes out, pushes it to the front of the pack, and Vagona's there in support. Goes towards centre wing, the lead on. Good lead too by Madden. Drops the mark though. And Rayner, can he pick it up? No, he can't. Need some support. Handball back towards Moore. He loses it over the boundary line. And we will have a throw in at half forward for Bannockburn.
Is that a fairly negative start to the second quarter? Loose man in the back line.
Was that a free kick in the ruck contest?
They hit the ball, didn't he?
Did he? The ball looked like a Western Joey's play, but anyway. Boundary throw in half forward for the Tigers, kicking to the southern end of this second term. Now from the ruck contest, West shuffles it out to Rudd. He leaves it behind. Then he has to go back and try and pick it up. Can't do so effectively. And needs some support in there. Pack develops around him. And we will have a ball up about 50 metres out from Bannockburn's goal on the outer side half forward flank. And they need to get themselves back in. 2-2-14. They're yet to score, Bannockburn. Ruck contest again. Falls to the side of the pack. Kick away by Mullane. Grant towards Sam Hickleton, who does well.
Good boy.
Works his way to the front and took a diving mark about 25 metres out from goal, directly in front.
It's funny that the feet seemed to be glued to the ground. He wasn't going anywhere and he just dived.
Yeah, and he made good position too. There was a bit of push and shove in there, and he just dived forward. He wanted the ball and took a good slips catch.
So Sam Hickleton from 25 metres out. Not much of an angle to speak of. He's usually pretty good in this situation.
Give him a rap.
Yeah,
That's what he does.
a rap, don't you? Jeez. So one behind to Sam Hickleton. And the first score on the board for Bannockburn. They are one behind. They trail Western Joey's 2-2-14.
This ball about to be brought back into play. Looking for options. Goes wide to the outer side. Oh, gee, can he take the mark? Carroll, no, he put it down. It was a golden opportunity leading in the race for the footy now as Bannigan can't take control of it. Tap forward off O'Sullivan there. It's gone very close to the boundary. In fact, it's over. And we'll have a throw in between centre wing and half forward flank, outer side of the St Albans reserve. In the ruck is Carroll. Well, he doesn't get a hand on it. Finally, Rudd comes wide to Abasusian. Hooks it back over the shoulder. That's gee, if that's a mark, that's a good nice diving mark. Umpire's pointing the wrong way. Gee, they're making life a misery. But it is Western Joey's with the mark. Wide to centre wing. In front there is Stankovic. Can't take it. Or has he? No, it's a disputed mark. So the umpire's going to put it up between wing and a half forward this time toward the northern end, to which the Western Joey side are kicking. Well, great tap forward there by Carroll for Bannockburn, but can they get control of Banning and runs onto it, uses pace, crashes through a tackle, gets it further forward. Ball kicked there, Smith can't control it, now he comes back on it, great tackle, a bit high I thought. No, the umpire's again pointing the wrong way.
Again, Eric. They have been at this excellent celebration.
They have been. So the kick is to centre half forward, and that's Hickleton again, leading. Well, he's gone to the lead at full forward. Oh, great mark. And has been paid. And this time it's Broom. Broom hardly sighted in the first quarter, but he's taken the mark 25 metres out. Next to no angle to speak of. We won't give him a rap this time.
No, don't. Don't jump on anybody's bandwagon.
So Broom, good skills though.
Yeah.
Moves in. Well,
there we go.
That's
again.
another. I just wonder if the grand final replays got to some of the Bannockburn guys. Have Hickleton and Broom. You'd imagine lay down Maziers to kick goals from the position they're in, but they've missed. So it's 2 goals to Western Joey's. They lead Bannockburn 2 behind. and we've been playing 4 minutes, second quarter.
Kick in, back towards half-back. Now pushed out wide by O'Sullivan. Goes towards Rudd and the boundary line. Needs a Shepherd. Got one. Got around on the right boot. Chip over the top towards James Hose, and he takes the mark. Wants to play on quickly. Handball over the top. Or sets up Rudd again, his teammate, but he's good enough to get the handball away. They've worked it well. Back to Hose, who followed up on centre wing. Goes towards half forward. Needs Anderson or somebody to pick it up, and they do. They run away. Or Stankovic backs himself, bounces it on the ground, runs to 35 metres out, but kicks it straight into the arms of Haberfield at fullback, who plays on, wants to kick it wide. It's a foot race now. O'Keefe getting across there first. Does it sit for him? No, it doesn't. But he's good enough to pick it up now. Gray against him. Now he wants to see the boundary line as his friend, as all defenders do, and he does so.
I think the big fella begs it.
He wasn't too happy with Dean Stankovic, was he?
Yeah, he'd made the break too, and he was out by himself, and his opponent dropped back into the goal square and took the mark. I think he had a few
choice words to say.
Probably words of encouragement, Jason.
Malane Grant's got a free kick for a hold there against Daniel Beard at half-back. So it's on Malane Grant now. Wants to move it quickly towards the middle of the ground. It's not a bad kick either. Finds his teammate in Dylan, who plays on now, goes towards half forward. Ash Smith against Nardi, goes up, good punch away, 2-on-2, foot race. Nardi and Smith work hard on the either side. Smith does well, then loses the footy. Rudd, handball back towards Vergona, who got free, goes on the left boot. Great kick towards Anderson, who takes the mark. Anderson plays on now, goes to the right boot towards centre half forward. Oh, it's all Bannockburn though, they line up. And taking the mark is Van Ingen. At half back, plays on now. Goes towards Stankovic, who chops it off from Higgleton. In there fighting hard for again the prancing Serbian. Gets it wide towards centre wing. Kaharski gets across there. Beard, can he pick it up? Yes, he can, but then he ducks his head. The umpire said held to him. And it will be a ball up on centre wing. The two number 9s get up with the footy. O'Keefe and Beard. Never shirk an issue, any of those two boys. And we'll have a ball up on centre wing.
So the ball goes in the air. Carroll, well, he missed the footy actually. Come to ground, kick forward by Bannockburn, only as far there as Ryan Moore kicks it wide to the lead, and he's found his teammate out there in Madden. Madden drives to the lead at full forward. Well, it's over the head of all players, coming back. Oh, gee, I don't know whether he did the right thing there, Haberfield, but well, perhaps perhaps he hasn't. But they're going to get out of jail because the kick went for the check side, I think. Big fella there and hit the wrong side of it. So it's back into the full forward. Oh, up high, mark not taken there. Well, that was a
Stephen Booley kicked it behind.
Pretty ordinary effort. So a rush behind there to.
You got to watch yourself doing that with some of the goal umpires get to. They'll always give it a go.
So it's 2-3 for Geelong West St Joseph's, 2 behinds for the Bannockburn side.
Stephen Booley kicks in from fullback, elects to go to the outer side. Good kick for distance, needs a player. Well, over the back was Carroll. He needs to get away quickly as Vergona bears down on him. Gets it towards half forward. Bogey up against a couple, punched it towards the boundary line and did his own backup work as well. And has sent it over the boundary line on centre wing, so good play by Simon Bogey.
Just West Saints have got numbers at the ball, all over the ground, haven't they?
Yeah, they're playing the loose man in the back line, Eric, and is it a time for to send your player his direct opponent down so he becomes accountable?
Absolutely, yes. He's it's just too easy at the moment.
Yeah. Get him down there and you give yourself an even contest there, and then he's just got to become accountable instead of running loose.
So ball came back into play, but then rushed straight back out on centre wing on the outer side. So we'll have another boundary throw in. Carroll up against West, through the middle of the pack. Dylan, short little kick around the corner. Was that on the full? Yes, at the umpire. And it will be a free kick to Western Joey's, and to be taken by Paul Apasugian by the looks of it, when the ball comes back from Boundary Road. He's got it now, so he's on centre wing on the outer side. Oh, he goes short and sets up Nardi, and they might lose it here. Well, they get a free kick, Bannockburn. So taking the free kick will be Ellis. Plays on, goes towards centre half forward. Spear runs at it, doesn't sit for him. Getting there O'Keefe as well, but West also in there fighting hard for Western Joey. Still inside the centre square, just at centre half forward for Bannockburn. They get a clearing kick. Might be okay too. Sam Higgleton does well. The big man thought about going, but he took the mark and stopped at centre half forward, and he's held up nicely too by Ryan Moore, just to make sure that the defence is picking up their players. The lead's on from Broome. He was going to go in that direction, but now He wants to
Not much
go.
good long because he's got no one in the
Well,
goal.
he goes long. 2-on-1. Stankovic in front. The prancing Serbian off hands. Oh, Hart gave it to Broom. And Broom kicked the goal.
You got that back twice then?
Yeah, Dwayne Broom has kicked his first and Bannockburn's first. They go to 1-2-8. And they trail Western Joey's 2-3-15. That is on the second quarter guest video scoreboard. We've been playing 9.5 minutes.
Actually did well then, Dwayne Broom. He was the original leader. He led out and then worked hard to get back, and a good Crummers goal really, because he did climb the pack there. He looked to run past it at one stage, but it seemed to come back to him, and he finished it off very well.
I think the two West defenders spoiled each other well. They were
1 and 2 first up for the ball, weren't they?
They were. Ball back in the middle. 10 minutes, second quarter. Put themselves back in the game, Bannockburn, with that goal. Goes up once again. Tap down there from Rhodes on the ground. Here go Bannockburn again through Milan Grant. Oops, off the knees there of Smith. Running through Rhodes, missed the footy. An air shot in golf. Get the handball, comes across to Ellis. Ellis to full forward. Well, in perfect position on that occasion, Hickleton, and all of a sudden they're mounting an attack here, the Bannockburn side, because Hickleton's got it 30 metres out.
So if he learned from his last shot earlier, he's about the same spot.
He is, and nice approach. That's a pretty low kick, but he's got the desired effect, but only just. So
Don't care how they go through, do they, Eric? As long as we get 6 points on the board.
So Hickleton kicks his first, and now there's a point in it. Bannockburn 2-2-14. They trail Geelong West St Joseph's 2-3-15, and that's 11 minutes into the second quarter.
Yeah, just a quick break out of the centre there, and as we've seen in all the games here, all the finals here, if you can win the ball out of the centre, you've got yourself a good chance of scoring here on the St Albans ground, haven't you?
Well, it's taken a while to wind up, probably halfway through the second quarter, but they've got a bit of momentum up now.
Back in the middle. It'll be Rhodes up against West. Pye throws the ball up. Rhodes taps to the back to Hinchcliffe. Gets a left foot kick wide towards half forward. Foot race now. Getting across there, Moore, Smith, and also Madden. The big man makes up a lot of ground, Luke Madden, and can't keep it in though. And it will be a boundary thrown at half forward for Bannockburn.
Some levels that would have been deliberately out of bounds, wouldn't it?
I think if you look at the scoreboard, somebody might have had a big day yesterday in the grand final. They put that 2 up the wrong way for Bannockburn. Boundary throw in. Over in the back of the pack, Dillon can't take it with him. Surrounded. Stankovic and Beard in there fighting hard for Western Joey's. They can't get it clear either. The umpire will come in and ball it up at half forward. Oh, they must have heard me. They've changed it. So ball up at half forward for Bannockburn. They're back in it. There's a point of difference. If it is a replay again, I'm not coming back next week, I can tell you. Yeah, 2 loose in the back line for Western Joey's. They're pushing one up now. Apasusian looks like he's going up towards the contest at half forward. Slapped out Rudd, tried to get it free now. Does well, gets it to Ryan Moore. He gets it quickly towards O'Keefe. Can't take the ball with him. Surrounded now. Was that a free kick too high?
Oh, ducked into it.
Well, free kick to Western Joey's at half back. And as Byron O'Keefe gets off him, it'll be David Spear with the free kick. Goes short and wide to Rudd, takes the mark. Still on centre wing.
Really heading on a string, Rudd today, hasn't he?
Played very well.
Rudd now kicks it high, wide and handsome. Doesn't go a lot of distance, but Bannockburn, well thrown out then. Comes back to Milan Grant again. Off one step, gets it to half forward, but there's the loose man in on the half back line in Moore, but only as far as that looks like Hinchcliffe.
Dillon it is.
Dillon from back, almost sensational mark there to Smith, but doesn't bring it in. Hickleton tries to get a handball away, but well, there's holding the man against Madden, not paid. So, well, they're sort of letting it go, the umpires, all of a sudden. They've lost the whistles. Finally, it is Bannockburn. Oh, mark dropped there, chest mark by Hines. Comes back on it. And, well, he's in front, but he can't get hold of the footy. Nice little handball there to Stankovic. And in the way there on the back line is Ellis for Bannockburn. Kicks it wide. He's got a player out there, Carroll, can't pick it up. Now he's fallen over, and finally West Saints, they get it forward only as far there as Hines. On the left foot, little chip, but again, the direction's not so good. And it was Stankovic, was it? He's got Anderson, loose at centre half forward. He's gone for the big barrel into the full forward area, and well, I think it's going to be another rush behind. Bannockburn prepared to concede behind there. So it's 2-4-16. Geelong West St Joseph's. They lead Bannockburn 2-2-14.
The lead's on from Sam Hickleton, a long way up from the forward line at half back against Hose, who does well, uses his body and strength and just gives him a little bit of a nudge. Kicks it over the top towards Doyle on the ground. He takes the mark.
Good lead there.
Very good lead. Good little kick over the top as well.
Nice little chip pass.
In fact, it is Hennessy on the ground. Took Beggs off and Hennessy came on, gave the lead and took the mark. So it'll be a fair kick from there, I would think, into a bit of a breeze. I'll have to aim just outside the left goal post. Well, it goes out there with a left footer and it stays out there. And Stankovic can't take the mark, so it's one behind.
That was a strange approach. I'll have to speak to Laurie de Goldie about that one.
2-5-17 Western Joeys. They lead Bannockburn 2-2-14. Gets video scoreboard second quarter. 15 minutes played.
His approach was perfect, Welsh, and then the last step was sideways.
Yeah, it's good sideways.
Magnificent kick in there from Bannockburn. Comes to half-back flank. It's Rayner, is it?
Carroll, I think it was.
Tried to use his strengths but couldn't get away, so the umpire has called for the footy. Half-back flank for Bannockburn, out of side here at St Albans. Ball tapped down. Nobody able to take control of the footy. Now it's pulled back in under and surely the umpire will have to do it again, which he does, as he puts the whistle to the mouth and will have the ball thrown up. Still half-forward flank for Geelong West St Joeys. Ball comes down. Bannockburn, nice little sidestep. Leading there in the race is Knight. Takes a nice chest mark. Knight now on centre wing. Oh, he's gone for a little chip. He's found Carroll. Takes the mark, but they haven't gained a lot. Carroll now. Back into the corridor. That's a much better looking kick. Much better position. Oh, good work by... that was Hickleton. And great tackling by the Western Joeys defenders. Ball comes wide to centre wing. Leading in the race for the footy. Well, it's good work there
contest
by Nicholson. And he's just kept it in play. But, well, it's a good contest there. Two kids running pretty hard at the footy. Gray looks as if he's playing on the same wing for the whole of the game. So, bit of fire in him, young Gray. Ball thrown in. Hickleton doing the ruck work, gets it to ground. Just sheer strength from the Western Joeys. Hickleton there, comes back on the left foot. Nice little handball across to Hinchcliffe. Hinchcliffe off one step. He's missed everything. It's out of bounds on the fuller metre from the behind place. Well, who's that Gray? Perhaps a bit of a discipline concern with him. Free kick for Western Joeys. Bring the ball back towards the stand side. Well, mark almost taken there by Hickleton. After the footy there is Knight. Can't pick it up now. It stacks on the mill. And the umpire will put it up. 17.5 minutes, second quarter. A goal here would be huge help to the Bannockburn side. They trail at the moment by 3 points. Umpire to put the footy up. 40 metres out. Almost directly in front. Hickleton doing the ruck work. Beautiful tap down. Well, I was going to say almost a free kick to Dylan there. A fairly decisive push in the back. Umpire saw it that way. And with the bruise, it'd have to be a chance, Welsh, you feel there.
It'd be a chance for me, yeah.
Don't say that.
Yeah.
No, this is what I'm talking about.
But he kicked one last week in the grand final from a bit further out here.
Yeah,
You're right behind him. Straight through the middle.
So Dylan now. Be kicking from 45. Very close to the man on the mark. I tell you, it's a lovely looking kick. It's going to land.
Oh, just one side of it post, I think.
Yes, just gone left-hand side. So behind. Looked all right in flight, but not the desired result. 2-3-15. They trail Geelong West. It's Joseph's 2-5-17.
Ryan Moore from fullback with the footy. Going into the back pocket. Oh, Beard. Was under pressure but took the mark and plays on, goes to the right boot towards half-back looking for Madden. It's a good kick too and Madden takes the mark uncontested at the half-back flank. You want to try and push it towards centre wing. Goes in that direction now. Over the back of the pack. Numbers. Bannockburn had the numbers, but they slip over at the crucial stage. Bogey has to make up a bit of ground. He does pretty well too. Then he falls over. Does he get one high? No play on the call. Slung back towards Lang. Can he pick it up? Yes, he can. Shuffles it out the rows. The big man gets a quick kick towards half forward. Madden stands his ground. Takes the mark, plays on, gets half a shepherd. Goes towards half forward again. Great kick. Forbes takes the mark. In between half forward and centre wing. Wants to move it on quickly. Does so now towards the half forward flank. Good mark though, standing there and taking. I think that might be Haberfield.
He's done very well in the back line.
He has, and he will try and clear it for the Tigers. Not long to go. 19, just over 19 and a half minutes played. Goes down with a wobbly punt kick. Straight through Zach Rudd's hands. Over the back towards Vagona. Gets it towards half forward again. Bannockburn with the numbers. Lang takes the mark, and that should be about it, I'd say, for the second term. It's Lang from half back. Drives it towards the middle of the ground. In front, good play. Got to the front to Fitzgerald, and should get a free kick. He does so. And there is the siren for half-time. And at half-time, it is Geelong West St Joey's 2-5-17. They lead Bannockburn 2-3-15 in that quarter. Bannockburn kicked those 2 goals 3, while Geelong West St Joey's managed 3 behinds. The goal kick is the half-time for West St Joey's. Luke Forbes and Clinton Gray, while Sam Hickleton and Dwayne Broom have the singles for Bannockburn. But it's 2 points of difference at the main change in the under-18 grand final replay. West St Joey's 2-5-17. They lead Bannockburn 2-3-15. Just to let everybody know who'll be watching the tape, we won't be back for a third replay. We're all going on holidays, so they'll have to get somebody else to tape it if it is a draw again today. But hopefully in the second half we can get somebody to win the under-18 grand final replay. We'll take a break and then be back with the second.